Just talk about how your team just continued to respond time and time again after all the adversity tonight, starting with Dejounte's injury.
Yeah, these guys are resilient and high character. They work at it, they care, and extremely proud of our effort tonight, even though we didn't come up with the win.
Any word yet on Dejounte?
No update yet. He'll get some imaging, and then we'll have an update after that.
Just how tough was it just seeing him go down like that right in front of the bench?
It's extremely difficult, when you see a guy that means so much to our team and puts the work in, go down like that. So we'll continue to pray for him and see what happens once he gets the imaging.
And what do you think, just see your team's ability to kind of deal with that emotionally and then bounce back and perform the way they did?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Those are the challenges that we've been going through pretty much all season. But like I said, we're extremely proud of our group tonight. The effort and the discipline that they had to go out and continue to execute, and really came down to the last couple plays. Really hard-fought game on our part, and we're extremely proud of our group.
Well, you say you're proud of the group, but how are you holding up? Like, how do you, injuries, guys playing, not playing, it just seems like your cards seem pretty tough on a nightly basis. Like, how are you holding up?
Yeah. And
how are you figuring out from game to game?
To be honest, it's been a huge challenge. In this career, this season, and being in a career like this, you don't expect things like this to happen like they happen. But with that being said, this is, NBA difficulty. We just saw on the news, that's real life difficulty, and keeping that in perspective is important. We lose a game in the NBA, we get to wake up tomorrow and get back after it. And so when you keep life in perspective, and for me, keeping God first and staying steady through challenges, you're able to overcome them and come out on the other end okay.
When you look at that last possession, you got the score tied. It goes into Tatum. Was there talk about attacking him and forcing the ball out of his hands on that final shot? What happened there?
Yeah, we tried to get to him. He turned. He saw it. He saw the double team coming and spent to his left real quickly, and hit a tough shot.
And then two players tonight in particular. Obviously, we can start with Trey, but I'd like to start with Yves, considering how difficult the last few games have been for him. To see him active on both ends again, changing shots, rebounding the ball, and scoring. How big of a bounce back was it for him?
Huge. He's a fighter, man. He's a competitor, and we've been challenging him, to have a presence down low on both ends of the floor. He's a huge part of us being able to finish possessions defensively, coming up with rebounds. So we're proud of Yves. He's continuing to get better, and this is sort of the rookie curve that he's continuing to learn.
And then with the evolution for Trey, it seemed like he took control of the offense. And in nights where maybe there were times where he looked for others to give him shots or whatever, it looked like he took responsibility for the offense at times, particularly once Dejounte went down. When we look at his evolution as a player and him growing into his own, how big of a step is it for tonight, putting up 40 the way he did?
Huge step for Trey. He wants it. He works at it. You can see it in his eyes when he's on the floor. He's been building to moments like this, and so it was good to see him put it all together tonight, and we're going to lean on his scoring as we move forward.
Willie, have you had a chance to talk to Dejounte, like how his spirits are holding up or anything like that?
I saw him in the back for a quick second, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge. I'll leave it at that. So we'll see what the results are.
And just, to keep harping on Dejounte, but when you kind of put it in the context with any guy, it's tough to see him go down like that. But then when you put it in the context of, the personal stuff he's dealt with over the past couple months, breaking his hand, opening night, just how tough, is it just to see him kind of have these things, back to back happen to him the way it has?
Yeah, it's difficult to watch it. It's difficult to see him go down, knowing all that he's been through so far. But At the same time, you know, we'll make sure we continue to support him. Like I said, we'll wait for the results, but whatever the case, we'll make sure we're there to support him. All right, thank you.